Quite often when we discuss buying a brand new set of irons, the big elephant in the room is the price. Well, today that elephant is no longer there. It was a really big door to get it out actually. So today we have a brand new set of irons from the guys at Stix, and these are their complete iron sets. And I have to say, this kind of murdered out black look looks absolutely gorgeous. Do you think that looks absolutely fantastic, Bob? So guys, we're going to test them out here in the golf course today. We're also going to test them in the studio to see just how they do perform. You can see they are just a nice kind of sleek looking blade design, but there is a little bit of tech in there as well to help us, because not all of us want to use a full set of pure blades. However, I can't believe how good, literally I've just got them out of the box. Now, obviously they look good on the website, as you can see, at £495 for a full set. But I wasn't expecting them to look this good. So we've got a steel 120 gram shaft in there. Now these are all Stix's own components, so be interesting to see how good they do perform. But we also have a little kind of grudge match running with our good friend Gary Martin with Stix Golf Club. So I'll link that in the description below if you want to see it, and I'll link these if you want to buy them. But should we kick off with the long irons, Bob, and see just how, imagine them in your bag. People are like, what are they? So we'll kick off with the longest club in the bag that I have. It is, of course, the 5 iron. And I keep mentioning about this kind of blacked out murdered look. It looks absolutely brilliant. I think anybody who's looking for a kind of new set of clubs and not spending a fortune, it could be a really nice offering, this. So it looks really sleek and small down the ball. Tiny bit of offset on this long iron. And feel-wise, that sounded spectacular. I'm really looking forward to seeing how consistent these are, because it's almost easy to make a golf club where you can hit like a good shot and think, oh, what a fantastic club. Look at that. Came across that a little bit, but you didn't see it in the ball flight at all, did you? That sounded phenomenal. £495. And that's a nice little kind of low runny one. That was off the deck. The first one was off a T-peg, and I think they've probably gone quite a similar distance. So these are steel shafts. A lot of people might think they're graphite, but they are just kind of painted black. And I think it screams modern. It screams, I want new golf clubs. I don't want to go and spend a fortune. I don't want to buy the Titleist, the Callaway, the TaylorMade. These are £500 for a full set. So you can kind of save a little bit of that money, spend it on lessons, spend it on green fees, holidays, or even beer.
I'm considering it. I'm interested. I agree to participate.
Which would be a nice way to spend your days on the course. Right, that's 3 pretty good shots to open with this Stix 5 iron. Let's get down there, let's see how it's performed. We're also going to talk numbers for these today as well, and see if these are truly good value that can rival Titleist, TaylorMade, PXG, Callaway, or if they're just cheap rubbish. Because there's a big difference. So in this crazy world of D2C golf clubs, direct to consumer, a lot of people are saving a lot of money. Now, Stix are well known for their package sets, their Jack Nicklaus set, but I think having this set of irons really can set them apart from some of the other package set brands. I also think they're designed for a totally different demographic of golfer. They're not necessarily designed for anyone aspiring to be the club champion or anything like that. They're designed for people who are maybe getting into the game of golf, want a cool set of new irons and don't want to spend a fortune. You can see here we've got the first shot that we hit, which was nice and high on the fairway. The other 2, which were a little bit lower, have run on that little bit further. Now, that could be a little bit worrying. It could be that front to back dispersion, or it could be that the ground's rock solid and it hasn't rained for 4 weeks here in the UK and the ball flight came out lower. I think it is probably the second one. And you know, we talk bag appeal, Bob. How good do they look? Also, numnuts here. We have got a 4 iron. I thought the longest was 5, but we were rushing there a little bit, weren't we? So we'll jump on another tee. We're going to hit some 4 irons as well to see just how good that can perform. And then we're going to test the mid and short irons and see if, like I said, these are competitors or just cheap. So what do Stix say on their website about these lovely looking irons? Well, you can see the complete set costs £495 or £31 a month if that's how you'd like to pay. They're available in right hand only, unfortunately, but you can get them in stiff, regular and extra stiff. You can have standard length or tall length shafts, and you can see they are made for speed, forgiveness and control. So the new irons feature hollow body design and crafted from a high strength AM355 stainless steel. Now, what I like about that is you can see just how much information they are going through on their website, and I've screen recorded this to show you because it's a lot of information to go through, especially for a kind of D2C package set of irons or budget set of irons. The fact that we have these available, and we have the Tacomos and we have the H and we have the Callaway and we have all these available, I think the big boys have to be kind of shaking in the boots a little bit. They have to be worried, because eventually these will come on the second-hand market. Maybe not as much as the Titleist and the Ping and the Callaway and the TaylorMade, but they will eventually. And how much are they going to be then? Like, how much money can you potentially lose on a set of these? This is something which I haven't thought that much about, but our good friend Gary Martin, Gary, he always thinks about how much he's going to lose potentially on a set of golf clubs. £495, if you use them for a season and sold them for what, £300? Is that a bad return? I really don't think it is. So why should you use this set? So basically they are crafted with that high strength AM 355p steel, and it's got a thinner face for faster ball speed compared to a 431 stainless steel. Greatness is made simple by a non-decision fatigue, just high quality clubs without the insane price tag. They're perfect for avid golfers and designed for the competitive player who values precision, style and quality without compromise. I think that's really interesting, to be honest, and I probably don't need to include it all, but I think it's just that kind of, it's that step up from the package set, isn't it? It's how serious can you be and how good do I want to be. We've got the 4-iron here because, like I said, I couldn't find it. I really like the red bottom line. It's those little kind of Easter eggs, isn't it? Because they could have quite easily have done that in white like every other brand does, and you're like, oh look, it's got a white leading edge. Thought, you know what, no, we're going to go in red because it's different, and that must just be why it's done, because it's different. I also love how sleek they look at the back. Like, yes, it is hollow bodied and it's got that thin face for ball speed and everything else, but it looks like a blade. I actually thought they were blades when I got them out, because it's not too wide a sole either. Do you think like just blades? Yeah. Right, I'd be interested to test them against like a 770 or a 790 or something like that. So this is the 4-iron now. How forgiving is it, and how easy is it to launch it up in the air? That's the exact shot I want. Just a lovely big high fade at the post, and that's bounding down that fairway. Very similar to the 5-iron obviously, but it is nice to test the longest club and just see how versatile it can be. Can play the low one there as well, so I've hit the high fade, I've hit the low draw, and I didn't expect these to be so workable. I expected them, that's gone a long way, hasn't it? It's gone miles. I expected them to be easy to hit and you can nudge it round and you don't really generate a lot of feel and the sound a bit crap. It's not really doing that for me, and a lot of people do comment on my videos saying, oh, you're always over positive about stuff, but I get to meet the people behind these clubs and I see the blood, sweat and tears that goes into them with the R&D and everything else and the designs of them. And design, R&D, that's the class of design, isn't it? It's early Monday, Bob, innit? But what I mean by that is, if there's anything negative to say, I'll say it. And so far, I haven't seen much. Oh, golf's so good at the moment, isn't it? Like, this is where you want golf to be. I'd be interested to see how the black finish wears or doesn't wear. So I'll keep you in the loop with that. Maybe follow me on Instagram, because we are playing 18 holes with these on Wednesday with Gary. I'm really looking forward to that. This series, by the way, has been fantastic. The first episode's out. The second episode will probably be out by the time this comes out, so make sure you do stay tuned and watch it. I'll link them both below because it's been fantastic. How's Gaz getting on? Do we know?
It's bad, real bad.
So just as anticipated there, the two normal shots that we hit, which were the nice high fades, have gone exactly the same distance down this hole. We're aiming for that post, as you can see, and we're pretty close to it both times. And then the middle shot we hit, which was the nice kind of low one that we tried to punt down there, has run on that a little bit further. So because of obviously the conditions at the moment, it's going to do that. It's not run too far either, it's run out of fairway a little bit. But so far, are you tired, Bob?
No.
That was a big yawn, wasn't it? But so far, so good with these clubs. Let's test the mid-irons now. In fact, what have we got in here? Because this could be the prime position just to try and potentially bird. I've said potentially again. I'm sorry. I am sorry. I need to stop. I know I need to stop. Because people don't like it.
Okay.
Who cares? I care. What we got in? 133. Right. So 130 for me is a pitching wedge. Now, if we look at the pitching wedge of this set, again, what they've done to make them look this sleek, that was aggressive, wasn't it? Sorry. Is like really, really impressive. Now, I'll put the lofts on screen now because they're not like stupidly lofted either. You can a bit more kind of retro. Into the wind, can we get anywhere near this flag? Now, looking at it, down, the offset, there is a bit of offset there. I think that's certainly going to help people who do miss that ball to the right, but the top line's phenomenal, isn't it? Top line's really nice and thin, so that's something definitely to think about. Could this go left on me? I'm not going to lie, that felt a lot softer than what I anticipated. And that's pitched. Oh, it's come back. I wasn't thinking about backspin on that shot at all. That's about flag high though, would you say? Probably gone 125 into the wind. I don't think that's bad. It really felt soft. Didn't think it was going to do that. Oh, that's at it, that one. Oh, it's just going left a little bit, Carrie. Has that clung on? I think it's done well, that one. So far, the bottom groove isn't red anymore because it's covered in mud, but so far, I think what we're trying to do here is assess if a serious golfer can use these. Not even, when I say serious, what would you think of a serious golfer handicap-wise? I think a serious golfer is anyone who wants to improve, realistically. But also, I'd class a serious golfer as anyone who wants to enjoy the game. I think if you've got these in the bag, you're all about enjoyment. Right. Come on. Let's try and play that perfect shot. A little bit lower, right of the flag. It was low. Sit. Back of the green. Can't help it if you played it, can you? Nothing's going to help you there. So how good do these irons feel from around the greens? I've got the 9-iron out here. A lot of people who are looking at these sets will be thinking about using them around the greens for bump and run shots and things like that. So we'll go a couple of different lines. We'll go fairway and semi. Quite a difficult shot. It runs away from us here. So we need to be able to control this ball. We don't want it to fire off really, really quickly with it being hollow bodied. Really soft. That should break in, should it? Distance control, really, really impressed with that actually. Just run on a little bit down that slope. Didn't feel like it fired off the face too much. And certainly feel like I could even generate a little bit of kind of spin on that shot, which I didn't think I would be able to get. You can see I've learnt from the first shot there. So this last one should be perfect. It's got to be good. Go on then. Go on then. Now break. Oh. But I think there, I'm starting to learn about these clubs that you can play those little delicate shots with them as well. I think it's vitally important for a club like this to be able to not just hit it as far as you can, then go and find it and hit it as far as you can again. It has to be versatile for use. So far, so good. Into this par 3, 151 playing 156. Now, 8-iron for me, saying that we're 10 yards further back, 7-iron for me. I always do that, I check it from the cart and not the buggy. I could use point-to-point measuring there, couldn't I, but I don't. 7-iron's about a 165 club, so that should be absolutely perfect for this par 3. So we're looking here for a nice consistent front-to-back dispersion with this 7-iron. If we can get that, I really feel like we're ticking all the boxes. And it's been a good day for me here today because we are testing quite a lot of kind of direct-to-consumer product, and I always really enjoy that because I know that some of you guys might end up going and getting a bargain or finding something and saving yourself some money while still getting hopefully good performing products. So I don't feel like the shafts are too naff. Sometimes when you see a company make their own shafts, they can be a bit whippy and a bit crap, to be honest, but it does just feel like a nice kind of half premium 120 gram stiff shaft. A 1 would be lovely. We've not had a 1 for ages. That's a lovely ball flight, isn't it? Has that gone long? I'll take it for the first shot. Oh, that's a bit pulley though. Is that in that bunker? It's a shame because the strike was lovely. That's probably gone the right distance again, hasn't it? It's just snuck past that bunker. I think we can really, so I've timed this perfectly because between us we have the 18-hole match with Gary on Wednesday. Today's Monday, and I'm just going to get my eye in with them. And I'm learning, they do come out a little bit lower, they maybe come out a little bit fiery, but if you know that and you can play with it and deal with it, then you're okay. I'll of course tell Gary that. Maybe. Right, this is the one. That felt so good, by the way. That's all over it. That spun back. That's one of the most, that's given me a sense of, like, like a warm, buzzy feeling that. I feel like everything just works as I wanted it to. We'll replay that one. I never replay shots, but we'll replay that one. And we'll also go and look, sorry, I saw you down the river there, didn't I? We'll go and look and see how that's reacted on the green as well, because for quite a powerful iron, visually that looked like it pitched next to the flag and then spun back even closer. If that's happened and you can do that with a set of irons for £495, hat off to them. So really, really good front to back dispersion there. We have missed a green twice on the left actually here. That one went more long than left though. And the last shot you can see is pitched just there and finished quite nicely. So guys, what do we think to these Stix clubs? I think for me, they could have quite easily have made these a little bit kind of more mundane. They could have made them silver with normal coloured shafts in them, but they've made them kind of nicely blacked out. And I think they've really thought about the target market for these clubs. That came out a bit hot, didn't it? Guys, if you've enjoyed that, smash the subscribe button below. Thank you so much for your support with this channel, as always. If you want to see this series, that's done really well, actually. I thought that was going to fire in it. It checked. If you want to see the series with me and Gaz, then I will link in the description below, and their links below if you want to check them out as well. Apart from that, I'll see you all at the same time tomorrow. See you, Bob. Bye. Okay, so it's all good and well, a golf club being affordable and looking nice, but how can it perform in here in the studio for numbers, and are these clubs you should be thinking about putting in the bag? So we'll kick off with pitching wedge for the numbers here, and we're just going to see how really this could perform for us. So quite a boxy looking pitching wedge here, nice long blade length, and straight away a really nice easy shot to launch up in the air. So a normal pitching wedge for me is around a kind of 130 yard club. You can see that one releasing out just to 120 yards. So 7,000 spin on there, plenty of control for the shot we're trying to play. Easing my way into this, so let's see if we can pick up the distance, maybe flight it a little bit lower and see what kind of distance we can get. The thing that's really grabbing my eye here, that one spun more, that spun nearly at 8,000, and that's pitched at 122 and released out to 128. So as soon as we start stepping on the gun, more input provides more result, as you can see. So more spin, the same launch luckily, very, very similar launch, and a little bit more carry. If we can keep playing shots like that, the one thing I'm amazed here is the amount of offset on it, and it's not going left on me. So all of a sudden we've now got that 131 carry, that's releasing out to 135. And as I get more confident with this club, I think it does take a little bit of time to instill some confidence in the look of it, because it does look like it's just going to be a mega forgiving anti-right club. But I don't think it is that at all. I think it's actually just a decent hollow-bodied pitching wedge where we can really start to play some nice shots. They're peaking at the same height almost every single time. And what's that one? That's that kind of 120 releasing out to 125. So front to back dispersion, there is a little bit left to be desired potentially, but, I said potentially again, so I apologise. But when I actually look at this, how I'm trying to play the shots, like if I wanted to muscle this out there at 135, you can see how I can just really get that ball flight pitching low. I think I actually hit the bottom of the simulator there, which wasn't ideal. Note to James, don't go so far forward on the mat, but I can really get that ball flight coming out lower, and I can really start to get that ball moving forward. You can see that one's come out a little bit lower. Yes, it's turning a bit, but that one's going to pitch up there at 225, at 125, and release out to 132. So, albeit with this, I think it is a nice forgiving wedge. I don't feel like it's very difficult to hit at all, and I feel like if you're in the market and you are maybe a beginner, or I'm not going to say a not serious golfer because that's the wrong term, but if you want something that looks good, performs good, and is cheap, I'm not going to say this doesn't perform good, because from what I've hit with it so far, yes, it doesn't spin very much, but you get plenty of height to get that stop. Consistent height as well. Straight as a die, that one. Lovely. Okay, so 7-iron in this Stix set. Straight away, I think the further we go up this set, the better these clubs look. The pitching wedge, I think, is designed for someone to hit more greens and be a bit more forgiving. I feel like the 7-iron could just be a bit more of a brute, and the 4-iron especially. I've pulled that a little bit, but it feels so easy to launch and hit. 4,500 spin, so it's on the low side, but it's pitched at 170 and it's released up to 181. So certainly these are a distance iron, these are a powerful iron. And I think it's testament to the shaft, because I was a little bit worried when I saw these that there wasn't a KBS or a dynamic gold or any kind of premium component in there. But it does feel pretty good, to be fair. Oh, look at that. Look at that. That was going to go a long way. Is it pitching one? Pitch 180. So front to back dispersion, let's have a little bit of an honest chat here. If you're a scratch golfer, or if you have a pretty high club head speed or an above average club head speed, these are going to be a little bit more inconsistent than maybe a set of blades or a set of cavity backs. But the feeling I get when I hit this is a feeling like, oh, that was a bad one. How far is this going to go? This is the key now. If this can carry like 160, 160.2, then that's a real positive, because that was a horrible fat toey strike. And yes, the spin's dropped and the ball speed's dropped, but actually it's still gone a decent distance. It's not going to leave you with the egg on your face. We've only dropped kind of 15 yards, 10 yards, which yes, sounds like a lot and is a lot, but when you start to delve into the realm of blades, I've just tested some Mizuno blades today as well. The drop off is staggering. So really, so far so good. Let's go a couple more 7-irons and we'll delve into the 4-iron. I don't think I can hit a better 7-iron than that. Look how straight that's gone. That's going staggeringly, I keep saying staggeringly, don't I? 175, 183. I think that is the shot. Like when we get into the game with Gaz, and you know guys, I'll put these numbers in the video with Gaz in the match so you can see how far these clubs go, because I think it's all about learning how to use different clubs and learning the tendencies of them and how to hit them and what tempo to go at. And not everyone wants to do that, but you can see we're starting to get some really good results here. And just by understanding how a club's going to react to how you're going to hit it, the dispersion in the grouping actually that I'm looking at here really isn't too bad. You can see it on the left-hand side of the screen there. So really, really impressive. And the big thing I can't get my head round is how good these irons actually feel. That one felt like I got a load of load in the shaft there and released out nicely. And when you do that and you get that lovely high launch, you don't get that real low progressive shot. You get a nice high launch in 170 carry 6,000 spin, which is essentially what I get with a P790. So for the price, it's really not bad at all. That was that bad one again. It's really not that bad at all. Okay, moving on to the 4-iron in this Stix set. And I mean, I keep saying it, as we progress up the set, there's a little bit of offset on here, which I'm not a huge fan of, but for the demographic of golfer this is aimed at, and the market of golfer who, let's face it, as soon as you get into those low lofted clubs, is going to be leaking the ball right a little bit, it's going to work well. So I'm going to aim down the right half, and I'm going to hit the tightest little draw I've ever hit in my life. That's gone miles. That's 206 yard carry, 220 total, spinning at 3,900. So it's not like it's even going out as a knuckleball. It's actually a nice, it's just a nice shot. You could hit that into a 200 yard par 3, no problem. And it's going to stop pretty quickly on any kind of responsive green. That's toey, so what have we lost there? 4-6 spin still. Is it going to carry over 200? Because if it does, oh, it would have been quite frankly ridiculous. We've lost 10 yards of carry there with a toey strike, but I don't mind where it's finished, to be fair, at all. I didn't expect this when I got these out of the box. I thought it was just going to be another package set, but that's bottomy. Nothing's going to save you with that. That is left. Is it going to stay on the fairway? Just. So, as a roundup with numbers for these, it's almost what I expected, but not quite, because I didn't expect some of the really nice controlled spin shots that I've hit. Oh, James, what is that? Oh, that was a duff, ladies and gentlemen. That was James thinking of how to round up the video and not paying attention to his golf swing. Right, the finale. Can we match that 206? Aim down the right. See, when you actually concentrate, that's a bit lower. That might go further. Might be like a 210 carry. 208, 220 total for 495 quid. Wow.